Hi, and this is Japanese craft beer reviews, and today we will look at a Japanese craft beer for sure. Sometimes we look at beers from other countries, and sometimes we look at beers that are from major brewing companies, but today's is definitely a Japanese craft beer. Today's beer is this one. It is called Kizakura Devil's Beer American Black Ale, and this is 5% IPA black or Cascadian style. This is a relatively new style. I don't know, in the last 10 years or so it kind of developed in the Pacific Northwest, and hence it's called Cascadian after the Cascade Mountains on the West Coast. And so it's an American Black Ale, 5%. I don't have bittering unit information for it. And this is made by Kizakura, which is primarily known as a sake brewer, and they're located in the south part of Kyoto in Fushimi-ku, which is the southern part of Kyoto, and they have their sake brewery there, and it's been around for a long time. They got into craft beer some time ago, and they produced a number of beers which are quite widely available in certainly in the Kansai region of Japan, in western Japan, and a lot of one-offs too. Some limited ones for a big soccer event. They'll put out a match, Olympics, etc. And they also make a matcha IPA, which apparently is quite popular around, and they make another one with matcha at 9%, which is quite astounding. Some people just absolutely hate it, but it's an experience to try. So this is a fairly new beer. This was put out in October. This was brewed in October last month, and actually this month. And it has a shelf life of about 10 months, so it's fairly fresh, and we'll give this a go. On Rate Beer, there's only one rating for this, and Untapped, there were 8 ratings when I checked, and we don't have any numbers of how it stacks up against other beers or an average rating score. It costs 300 yen at the store where I bought it. It's available at many stores, I think, especially at Yamaya liquor stores. And you might notice the unusual devil here. The kind of mascot for Kizakura is what's called a kappa in Japanese mythology, folklore, and this is kind of a mysterious water creature that has a kind of concave head where it keeps water, and it looks kind of amphibious sort of, and it keeps water, and it needs to have water in its concave head here, apparently, or it will not be so healthy. And so that's apparently what it is, devil's beer. I'm not sure exactly where this comes from. Usually in beer, we tend to think of devil and Satan and that sort of thing with a Belgian, kind of high alcohol Belgian style beer. But in any case, shall we give this a go? Okay, it is not completely opaque, but I can see through it. It's kind of dark reddish brown with a finger of light tan head. Oh my, okay. It certainly has some unusual hops in it. It does have a kind of Pacific Northwesty sort of nose with kind of maybe dark fruit, a bit herbal. Okay. It does have the Cascadian sort of raspy palate with the hops. Kind of light, roasty sort of initial Not sweet at all. Goes to bitterness right away. And then the hops get a little bit rusty and rough on the palate. It's quite drinkable. It's not as Cascadian as many Cascadians tend to be. It's not as, the alcohol's a little bit low, and maybe the hop amount is a little bit lower than most as well. But it's interesting. It's a nice try from them for sure. I could recommend this. I'd say give it a go. Quite drinkable. As a rating, I'd probably give this maybe 3.2, 3.3 perhaps. Yeah, it's quite decent. Maybe even a little higher. Who knows? Well, I should know, right? In any case, this is Kizakura Devil's Beer American Black Ale, 5% Black Cascadian IPA. Give it a go if you happen to see it. If you're in Japan at a Yamaya store, you may run into this, and I would suggest you try it and see. If you do, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think, okay? And I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. I'll put this on my playlist of Kizakura beers, and you can take a look at some of the others, including the 9% big IPA that they have. That's it for today. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.